Right, hi everyone, my name is Snailing. Welcome to the Snaipple podcast, and this week, I think I have a lot more stuff to talk about. I think more things happen to me myself that I can control, and less things happen to my mental health. Like, I've just been feeling much better this week than I felt the whole previous week, I think. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and talk, because I do have a lot more things to talk about. I can even start with, waking up this morning. So last night I went to bed pretty late. I went to bed at 3:30, 4-ish, I don't know. And that in itself is pretty bad because I had to attend a class at 9:30. And let me just tell you, I can't skip the class because 1, I'm a good student, and 2, I'm the only student that actually attends the class. No shade, but I attend the class, so I have to. And I woke up, I attended the class, I sat through it. My brain was hazy the whole time. I felt so tired. I felt like I was gonna pass out. And I was just sitting on my chair in my pajamas. I don't know, just sitting in my chair reading the freaking book and talking about it. The same book we've talked about for months on end. It wasn't a great time. So I was very honest with my teacher. She was like, "Oh, have you had breakfast yet?" And I said no because I was sleeping. I just woke up from sleep, and after the class I told her I was gonna go back to sleep. And yeah, when she dismissed me, she was like, "Yeah, go back to sleep." Thank you. We had the full class, so don't worry. It's not that I pitied my teacher. I got my teacher to pity me out. No, it's not like that. I talked, I answered questions. I think I did well. I deserved some sleep. Okay? Thanks. But yeah, after a few hours, because it probably took me several more hours to actually get the rest that I missed out on. And I woke up, I feel okay-ish. I still felt tired. It's better not to mess up your sleep schedule because I think no matter how much you sleep, you're gonna feel tired. So if you go to bed on time and you wake up at whatever time, it's gonna be much more healthy for you. See? I am taking my unfortunate experience and converting it into a life lesson for Snaipple listeners. You don't have to thank me. But yeah, I woke up. I had my phone right next to me because usually I keep my phone away because at night I need to charge my phone, so I put it on the charger, and my charger is not that close to my bed. I can't reach my charger straight from my bed, so I always have to get up if I need to do something with my phone or if I get a notification or something, That's why I always wake up with the first alarm. I never hit the snooze button because I can't reach the snooze button. So the moment my alarm sounds, I get on my both feet. Wow, English A+. I get on my 2 feet and I turn off the alarm and I'm awake at that point. So that happened in the morning. I went to the class and there was no need for me to put my phone on the charger because it was literally on 100%. So I just lay it right next to me. And it's always on mute. At this point, I found that it's always on mute. I rarely unmute my phone, which might be bad, but I find it very convenient. So, yeah, I had my phone nearby and I was just browsing my phone, and suddenly the screen just goes dark or something because an app is loading, and I see my reflection, and I think that I look like Morgs. So the second I thought that I looked like Morgs, I jumped out of my bed, and that's basically the moment I woke up. I snapped out of it. So I jumped out of my bed. I made myself look like a decent human being because I don't normally look like Morgs, hopefully, and I don't want to look like Morgs. I don't speak like Morgs, but I don't want any resemblance with me and Morgs. I want to say I want nothing to do with that man, but can you really call Morgs a man? No shame, but I meant no shade, but that still works. I looked in the mirror and I thought I looked so messed up. My eyes were pretty red. My hair was kind of messy, and if I spoke in a sleepy voice and if I spoke like this, yeah, you would call the police on me. I tell you, you would call the police because I looked like I did 9 lines of weed and smoked 2 blunts of cocaine in that exact fashion. So, and yeah, don't call the cops on me. Cops, we don't like cops. Honestly, that's about all I did today. I don't feel like I was productive in any way because I ate trash. When I say trash, I mean trash. I usually like my food to have flavor and nutrition, and yeah, I would say my food today lacked both because I really didn't care. I didn't even do any like exercise because I was that tired and not feeling it. Like, okay, you could argue that I was somewhat productive. I edited a video today. Yeah, I edited a video that I recorded yesterday, I think. Yeah, I went out with my friends, so that's actually really cool because it's the first time I saw my friends physically face to face since we had to stay home. Because basically right now, we're pretty much free to walk around, but like, you know, there's still very many precautions you need to take. Many things you need to be careful about. So we hung out, we kept a distance. It wasn't always like 1 meter or 5 feet or anything really. It wasn't that kind of distance, but we didn't touch each other. Okay, that's a lie. We kind of touched each other. That sounds really wrong, but let me elaborate. So I was hanging out with Toto and Dante, my 2 homies. And yeah, I accidentally bumped into both of them on 2 separate occasions. And yeah, we kind of freaked out a little when that happened. We just kind of turned to the hand sanitizer. I think out of all of us, Toto was the most Hanitizer. Hanitizer should be a word because hand sanitizer. And it always kind of comes out of my mouth when I try to say hand sanitizer. I think about hands way too much. That's why I always have ha in my mouth, apparently. Yeah, that's the ha I have in my mouth. Toto is the most hand sanitizer conscious. I might actually use Hanitizer. That's a pretty lit word. So anytime we saw a public hand sanitizer station, or dispenser rather, she would sanitize her hands every time. Every single sanitizer she found, like a dispenser. No shade, because that's kind of what her mom told her to do, but still. Dude, I don't think you should be sanitizing your hands that much. Like, washing your hands with soap, okay, I get that, but I'm not really a fan of using so much sanitizer, you know? Okay, that kind of paints me as a boomer / Karen-esque personality, but you can't just always turn to hand sanitizer. I don't think that's safe. Because there's a lot of chemicals. I mean, some of them really smell a lot like alcohol, like pure alcohol. And this scent is so strong, it would kill me. I do not want to know what else it would kill, you know? I know it's the point of hand sanitizers to, like, kill bacteria, get rid of it, but you'd still have dead bacteria on your hands. Wouldn't you just rather wash it off? Don't get me wrong, sanitizing your hands is important. It's just that I don't think you should do it every step you take, you know? But yeah, I think it's funny how I'm the one to be kind of breaking the social distancing policy because I bumped into them on 2 separate occasions. It's not them that bumped into me, I was, so I guess I'm the most clumsy person in the group. I don't think of myself as a klutz. Like, generally, I know what I'm doing. Okay, if you think about it, maybe I am a klutz, but, you know, confidence is key, okay? That's what I'm doing. If I say I'm not a klutz, then you're bound to believe I'm not a klutz, and it's not going to be awkward. That's the key to not being awkward. You kind of know it deep down that something is wrong with you, but you just don't show it, so other people don't tend to notice that something is wrong with you. And if they do, they're not gonna tell it to your face. And if they do tell it to your face, you're gonna be like, yeah, I know. So no one's in the wrong here, you know? Don't learn how to interact with people through me. I am probably the worst at interacting with people. But, you know, we still had to have these, not casualties, customs. Why are violent encounters called casualties? Casualties are something chill, the way I see it. So I always get confused whenever I hear casualties. Like, oh, there were casualties. So you're saying there was violence or people got hurt. That's not what casual means, sir. Why are you using it? How did it become a word? But yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about customs. When you meet up with friends, you gotta hug them or give them a high five or something. You gotta know that you're broskies. I understand that it's very important to be able to enjoy each other's company without physical touch, but still, you still gotta show your homies that you love them. And how did we do that? We threw each other air high fives. We lifted our arms in the air, and we did the high five motion, but we had a distance between us. So yeah, Dante walked me to the train station, and yeah, we kind of had a little hug, but we just sort of crouched down and we did like big boy poses. So we spread our arms, and we still had a distance, but we also told each other that it was supposed to be like a social distance hug, and we kind of went with it. So yeah, it's fun to do. So like, you show your homies your appreciation and that you're close and stuff like that, but you do it with a distance. So it's both safe and a bit more fun than the usual, I think. But you know what's not fun? Giving your cats a bath. So I bathed my 2 cats. I washed them because like a week or 2 ago, my sister went out with my mom and she brought back cat shampoo. So now that we had it at home, we had to use it. And she was nagging at me to just wash the cats. And she actually really wanted to do it too. She was excited for that. And I was anticipating a lot of scratching and stuff, and just them being very uncomfortable and loud and fussy. So I clipped their claws beforehand, like a day before, so they wouldn't have that much stress in one day. I don't want to over-stress my cats. I don't want to bring them any inconvenience at all because they're my sweet children. I don't want to inconvenience them. But, you know, they gotta be clean, they gotta be well kept and stuff like that. We didn't do them both at the same time. We took one, and yeah, it was more so trial and error with that one because I had the idea, I had the plan in my head, but in general, it was my first time bathing a cat or washing a pet. Actually, no, I helped my aunt wash her dog, a little sausage dog. His name is Oscar. I kind of had experience, but one, it wasn't with cats. Dogs tend to like water, and dogs don't meow, and I haven't heard stories of dogs scratching their owners a lot when they bathed, but cats tended to be really loud and jumpy and fussy and stuff like that, so I was kind of worried for that, yet prepared. We did it, and it was actually much better than I expected it to be. So, like, my cats didn't fuss. They did try to run away, and my sister does a good job at holding them in place. She doesn't do that well handling the shower head or rinsing the cat's fur, but holding them in place, that she can do. She's amazing at that. So it was really handy to have her around, and I'm giving credit where credit is due. And here we are with her not nagging at me to find some time to wash the cats. And we have 2 clean kitties, so that's good. I think everyone is happy here. Okay, maybe not the cats. The cats kind of might have gotten the scare of their lives. I think they were pretty shaky and wary about being picked up the next couple of days. Or just they didn't want to come close to me or my sister. But, you know, it had to be done. And now they're back to liking me again. So that's good. I think everyone wins here. So yeah. Okay, I also kind of give a weekly update on my cooking. whatever I do, because I found that cooking is something I really enjoy, especially if it comes to frying stuff and just paying attention to the saucepan, you know? It does take kind of a lot of time in the kitchen sometimes, but you know, it's interesting. I like it. So the last time I went out grocery shopping, I got some spinach. That was nice. I got some mushrooms, like always. I have some tofu now. And I also got a lot of sauces. It's pretty amazing to have your whole shelf/cabinet. I don't know if I can call it a pantry. I'm not really familiar with the idea of a pantry, actually. Like, it's always just a drawer or a cabinet for me, and it's filled with stuff. So I'm not really sure what a pantry would be. Let me see if I can look up the meaning of pantry. But yeah, I'm just going to talk about how I have a lot of sauces, and I've been having a lot of fun messing around with them. Okay, let's see. Okay, a pantry is a small room or cupboard in which food, crockery, and cutlery are kept. Like, at the same time? Dude, you need separate cupboards and drawers for cutlery and crockery. Wait, crockery is like pans and stuff, right? Am I even familiar with kitchen vocabulary? I hope I am. So, you can't just keep food, cooking utensils, and cutlery in one place. They're supposed to be different. Oh, and a whole room? For me, that room is a kitchen. Yeah. Okay, fine. If you want to call something a pantry, call it a pantry. I don't mind. I'm not opposed. But that's the point. My point is, I've been having fun cooking, even if no one wants my cooking at home. I enjoy my own cooking. It's good. And tomorrow I'm actually going to be making pancakes because it's my boyfriend's birthday. So, I mean, obviously, he won't be able to have the pancakes, but I will have them for my sake, okay? Let me be happy for him, and let me make some pancakes for the occasion. But yeah, if you want to wish Yuri, because that's his name, I'm going to plug his whole channel and everything. Yeah, so he has a gaming channel. It's called Yuri Plays. I'm going to link it in the description. Yeah, he plays video games, and I watch every single video, so I know he plays video games. I know exactly what his videos are about. But yeah, if you want to leave a message, you can do so in the comments. That'd be really sweet of you. And I mean, I would like that, and I would show him if he doesn't read the comments himself. So yeah, point is, wish Yuri a happy birthday, because it would be his birthday on the day this comes out. So go ahead, wish him a happy birthday. Thank you. But also, okay, I don't think he would be listening to the podcast that early, because in his time zone, it would be 7 a.m. when the episode comes out. So yeah, he probably won't be listening as it comes out. And like, listen, it's the guy's birthday. He'll probably be busy with stuff. He's not gonna listen to the podcast like straight away, right? So I'm hoping by that time he will know that I would show him what I have prepared for him. It feels so illegal to be talking about it, like, because I've kept it secret for a little while. I've kept it secret for like a month, maybe. Yeah. So I have a series of drawings, and I made them into a GIF file. So it's like a little animation, kind of. Like, it's not meant to be an animation, but yeah, it's just a compilation of drawings. Just all of him, like different kinds of personas he has, because yeah, he tends to draw himself as characters from games or anime. So yeah, there's a lot of personas that are related to JoJo. There's a Doom guy persona. I really hope he's not listening. And Yuri, if you're listening, I hope I already showed you by then. Because my plan, I'm just gonna be direct. I want to have him on call, and I'm gonna show him the pictures, and I'm gonna see his reaction on call. And I'm really excited for that. So, yeah, if I'm talking about drawings, let me just plug my drawing blog. Like, why not? My drawing Instagram account. My art account. I don't know why I made it sound so weird. But yeah, follow me on Instagram, Snailing2. I post drawings. Very rarely because I'm very slow at drawing in general. Actually, okay, the whole experience of drawing this series of drawings for Yuri, it brought me to a whole new level in my art. Like, seriously. I developed a whole new shading style that would fit both my aesthetics as in it would be pleasing for me to look at. I would enjoy looking at it. And it would also fulfill the time criteria because I was kind of running short on time, I'll be honest. Like, I started the project a month in advance because I knew I would be very slow at completing it. And so I just minimized and simplified my shading to a very solid extent. And it also looks much nicer. So it's a win-win. And also line art. Okay, it's kind of connected to like a video I watched about art because I'm an artist. I watch videos connected to my craft. So yeah, they talked about drawing out of zoom, so don't zoom in, don't do stuff on details, don't spend too much time drawing the details. And yeah, it helped me a lot because I started being less afraid of making messy line art because I could just clean it up eventually. I don't have to do perfect line art because you're probably not going to be able to notice any mistakes. Because yeah, if it doesn't impact the overall perception, because let's be fair, no one's going to zoom into your art. Only you're going to zoom into your own art. So yeah, why bother with making all of the little details perfect? But yeah, that's basically it. And okay, another thing that happened to me is I dropped my tablet pen. So I use a graphics tablet. It's kind of old. I think I've had it for 3 years. So, okay, not that old in my eyes. I can still use it. It works wonderfully. I don't have any problems using it, except I broke my pen. I dropped the pen, and I think the wiring got messed up. So, yeah, when I started drawing with the pen again, that's like right after I dropped it. When I started drawing with it, it still drew lines even when I hovered, which is not what it's supposed to do. Your pen is not supposed to draw lines if it's just hovering. So I couldn't even do anything. It rendered me absolutely powerless in drawing. So I'm sitting here not being able to draw. Like, luckily, I finished everything I wanted to finish for Yuri's birthday. But still, I wanted to do an extra slide. And I couldn't even do that. I couldn't finish that extra drawing for him. And I couldn't start drawing something else I wanted to draw. And it's really important to me and I have to do it by a certain timestamp. So, yeah, it's a very big problem that I don't have a pen to draw with. But, you know, stuff happens. I already ordered a new pen, so it's supposed to probably come within a week, maybe more because, you know, business days, and I think it ships from overseas, and we all know how shipping and overseas trading and interaction works right now. It doesn't. So yeah, I'm not sure, so I might just turn to traditional art. I have some paints, I have an art block, as in, yeah, I got some paper, stuff like that. It should be fine, except I'm not all that good in traditional art, so, I kind of want to share a commission I'll be doing. It's for Nora, another one of my homies. She's my #1 fan. Yeah. If you're a regular in the podcast, you know who Nora is, and if Nora's listening, she knows who she is. But yeah, she asked me to draw like the characters from Super Y. Do you even know that show? Yeah, it's basically about these characters reading stuff and traveling across fairy tale books. It's a kids show. but not like Cartoon Network. It's just a kids show for like 4-year-olds or 5-year-olds. Whenever you learn to read, fam. I'm not gonna judge, and I don't remember when I learned to read, obviously. And I never watched it growing up. I only know what it is because my sister watched it when she was younger. I don't watch Super Y for fun. But yeah, I guess it's kind of a bop. I guess they're kind of iconic characters. So she asked me to draw the characters as as the people from YMCA, as village people. So I think it's gonna be quite an adventure. I'm just really excited to draw that, and she's gonna pay me like $4 worth. So yeah, I'm gonna make money because true homies pay full price. That's something another one of my friends said. I'm gonna call her Rice because that's kind of her username. Her username is Rice Rats. So yeah. I completely lost my train of thought. I was talking about homies paying full price. That's what Rice Ashley told me she would do if I open up commissions and if she wanted to commission me. This is not a plug-in for my commissions because I don't do commissions usually. And Nora's only getting the commission because she can pay me in person. Like paper money. So that'd be lit. I'm gonna be drawing the characters as YMCA. It's going to be called Super YMCA. That's why we wanted to do it. We really take the meme a whole nother level. Okay, if we want to talk about taking things to a whole nother level, yeah, that's a pretty nice segue, I would say. Okay, a whole nother level. Several days ago, I had a super weird dream. So, 90 Day Fiancé? I don't watch it on the regular, like, at all, because I don't have cable and I wouldn't be watching trash TV. Like, I know better than to watch trash TV. I have a whole collection of YouTube videos I still have yet to watch. Like, I have a whole subscriptions feed, so I'm not gonna watch 90 Day Fiancé by myself. Only commentary videos. So, you've probably heard of this couple, Ed and Rose, right? Big Ed. I had a dream that I had him in my house as a guest. He didn't ask me to shave my legs or anything, or he didn't put any mayo in his hair like he does in the show. But I don't know why I dreamt of him. It's so violating to think about right now. And like, I was trying to be a good host. I was trying to feed him. Like, yo, Ed, you want some food or some tea or something? And he was like, nah. And then I basically had to let him out of my house. So, I don't know. It felt really unfulfilling to me as a host. But also, I didn't even want to have Ed in my house. So, if I had Big Ed in my house, I might as well make him feel comfortable, Not too comfortable, but still socially acceptable comfortable. So, yeah, that was very weird. I did not... And it's so weird how... I've been saying weird so much. That's not the weird part. It's just so insane how I can have super nice dreams. Like, just dreams you wake up after feeling so nice, but you can't even remember what happened in them, So you just have the feeling. Yet with Big Ed, I have a lot of details. I remember what the dream was about. I remember the whole kind of plot of the dream, if you could even call it that. Like, just him visiting my house and me trying to be a good host to him. Yeah, this is insane, and I don't think I should be dreaming about that or remembering those kinds of dreams, but yeah, it's been a while since I've had a bizarre dream, so I guess it's nice, but it's also kind of, haha, you can say it's eye-opening, because dreams, you have dreams when you sleep. Okay, moving on. Yeah, I need to take my mind off of it. What else did I want to say? Oh, I wanted to brag about piracy, kind of. So, I found a Fallout cookbook in a bookstore, like, last week, I think. Yeah, it was almost a week ago at this point. So I went to the bookstore, was just having fun looking around. My mom was looking for a cookbook or something with some, I don't know, vegan recipes. She's into that. She won't eat what I'm making, and it's so good, but she wants to do all these no-bake desserts. You're like, okay, fine. Like, she made some Bounty. Bounty is my least favorite chocolate bar, Mom. I don't like it. She said she liked it herself, and my sister liked it, so I'm convinced they just have a really bad taste. But yeah, I found a Fallout cookbook with recipes based on stuff you would find in Fallout. There's stuff like iguana on a stick, and Nuka-Cola, and a lot more, but I'm not even well versed in Fallout, so I can't tell you. But yeah, there was a Nuka-Cola recipe, and I leaked it to my BB's friend. Piracy at its finest. But I also feel really cool, you know? Like, I didn't even know the friend. Like, yeah, probably just barely interacted in the comments section of one of Yuri's videos, but still. He appreciated that I leaked the Nuka-Cola recipe, and I just feel cool about it, you know? So, yeah, that's about it for the Nuka-Cola thing. I'm not gonna leak it to anyone else because no one should have proof that I have it. For all you know, I could just be lying or telling a story, but I did leak the Nuka-Cola recipe from the cookbook, and I hope it doesn't come and get me in a lawsuit. So, thank you. And, okay, if we're on the topic of Fallout has lit songs. Like, you probably knew that already because, you know about Fallout. Like, Take Me Home Country Roads, I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire, stuff like that. But none as epic as Big Iron. I'm going to talk about Big Iron. Again, it's all Yuri's fault. I 100% blame him. Happy birthday, BB, if you're listening. Big Iron is a lit song. And all the memes of Big Iron, they really get me. They really slap my Big Iron. That sounds so wrong because I don't even have any Big Iron. But yeah, like Cheems. There's a Cheems version of Big Iron. There's a lot of photoshopped versions of the album cover, which is amazing. There's so many memes about Big Iron, and in itself, it's such a lit song. Like, it tells a whole story. It reminds me, I actually wanted to joke on the podcast. I wanted to just read some text from Big Iron, like just part of the lyrics, and say that it's a story I had to tell. Like, oh, here's another story I have to tell. To the town of Agua Fria rode a stranger one fine day. Like, I thought it would be so funny. I thought it would be such a funny way to segue into the conversation because I will tell you, I do have ideas of what to talk about because if I don't, then I will probably be quiet a lot. So, yeah, Big Iron is something I wanted to talk about, but here's something I didn't quite write down or consider, is how weird the word iron is in itself. Like, how do you write Big Iron? Not Big Iron, just regular iron. I-R-O-N. So you would argue that it's pronounced iron, right? But it's not. You have to say it as iron. So it's like I yearn. I yearn for the Big Iron. No, so it would make much more sense to me to spell it I-O-R-N. Iron. Isn't that how you pronounce it? And Shakespeare could have afforded that. Why didn't Shakespeare? I am sure that Shakespeare has used the word iron at least once in his poetry, in his creations, in his writing in general. I am sure he's used the word iron. He couldn't have not used it, you know? So if he was taking all these creative liberties with words and writing them as he pleased, or as he plows. Like if we're talking in Old English, you writeth as you plows. He writeth as he plows. Why couldn't he write iron as IORN? And it would make much more sense in older English. And then it would just come to modern English as a legacy. Like just a leftover of Old English. Why can't we have it like that? Raymond Snailing complains about a foreign language. 2020 colorized, this is where we're at. But like, I respect English, okay? I'm not gonna talk down on it. It's just I'm kind of salty that there's a word like iron. It's not even like those French words. I'm not sure if it comes from French. I'm not sure about the origin of the word iron. But if you wanted to, couldn't you write it IORN? And like Iron Man, I think in Iron Man, you pronounce it IRON, like more so iron, right? But if it comes to an iron that irons clothes or big iron, I always have the feeling that I'm pronouncing it as if it were written IORN. And it's always how I've been taught to pronounce it. So yeah, it's something that really keeps me up at night sometimes. Just the spelling of the word iron. That's it. And I'm not even gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna talk about the French words. I'm not gonna talk about rendezvous or lingerie or something. Because, you know, it's foreign spelling. It comes from a different language, so you preserve the spelling. It would make sense in a way. But still, like, if it comes to your language, wouldn't you, like, turn it into your own language? Like, Englishize the word? Ingle? I'm not sure how... Imagine if there were verbs to make something English. Yeah, see, English just takes from other languages and doesn't quite adapt. So we're here with such bizarre spellings and pronunciations, and they all don't match up. I'm not even gonna talk about how cough, through, laugh, burrow, stuff like that. They all have different pronunciations, but they're spelled like kind of the same. Or like thought, you still have the O-U-G-H-T, and it's insane. Or just O-U-G-H. It's something that you don't think about often, but you also do, you know? It's something you notice, but you don't have the brain cells or the energy to complain about. So yeah, iron, the word is kind of confusing, just like casualties. Yeah, you've come to realize that after years of speaking the language, you still just don't know it. Like, I've been speaking English basically my whole life, and I still don't feel like I know it. In fact, I feel like I know it less now. So, yeah, we're just out here evolving but backwards. But the memes are pretty lit. They're very spicy, and the song is really good. And the song is really good. The song is really good. But yeah. Anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap up the podcast. Like, I'm kind of tired talking the whole day. Not the whole day. Damn. I make it feel like I've been talking a whole day. And that's actually kind of why I didn't record last night. Because usually I make it a habit to record on Thursday evenings as opposed to Friday evenings. But I was very tired from my outing. I was tired from recording my video. And today I edited the video. So you could argue I'm just as tired. And I didn't feel like doing anything productive. But, you know, I still have to produce the podcast episode. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you didn't feel like I was all over the place. Or that I was not as energetic as you would like me to be. You can have your demands and standards, but we're all just here to vibe at the end. Like, we're just here for background noise, dude. Okay, I'm gonna talk about, like, one last thing. this tone of voice, like, dude, I don't know why, I just really like it. I just really like it, man. Like, when you speak like this, everything just sounds so amazing. It's probably because it's like the voice of a stoner or something, but you know, dude. And I found that sometimes when I talk to myself, because I do talk to myself, I spend a lot of time alone in my room and don't socialize at all with my family, so I talk to myself. I'm doing it right now. And I often found that I turn to this sort of tone of voice, like this, and I just talk about random stuff, dude. I hear it a lot at Curtis Connor's podcast. I fangirl to Nora about Curtis Connor a lot. Like, I commented it on one of his videos. I told it to Nora. I'll say it again so many times, as many times as I need to what am I hoping to accomplish? Yeah, to just express my love for Curtis Connor. I wish I could be as funny as that man. Just check out Curtis Connor. But also check out my boy Yuri and his channel, Yuri Plays. Check that out. And also, be sure to check out the link in the description. Just check out the petitions you could sign and places you could donate to for Black Lives Matter. Because it's very important to act on that. Like, just do it. Take action. I'm not gonna talk about it because I'm not qualified. So listen to Black people when they speak out and take action. That's basically all I have to say on the cause. And yeah, if you enjoyed the podcast, if you're on YouTube, leave a like, comment if you want to interact with me, subscribe so you don't miss any of the future uploads, because I have some other videos coming up. Like, I don't usually post a whole lot of videos that aren't podcasts, but it's gonna be my third regular-ish video coming up, so do check that out. And I will convert you to my YouTube if you're on Spotify and stuff. But if you are on another platform, subscribe to the podcast or follow it. I'm not sure what word to use. And I hope you're enjoying it. I hope Snaipple becomes a staple in your routine, and I hope to see you here back again next week, because I post episodes every Saturday, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.